Right, should we get on to what I believe we're going to start this whole podcast by looking at the PWCC like sales, right? Should we do that? Let's have a look at this recent sales.
Let's go there, man.
Yeah, let's have a look at cards and slabs. We can speak again. We know what we're on about here.
Oh,
for sure.
Hell.
Yeah, I mean they can't see it yet.
That's a Cantonese card as well.
Well, is it though? It says it is, but okay. Hold on. Let's just get the screen across.
Right.
I hope this works.
I'm super confused. That PSA don't do black labels.
Right, so unfortunately, there are other companies out there that do sell great cards and then are sold on eBay. So we will not show much attention to it. But I think I saw this in the last block, and they got it wrong. Okay, so this is a Cantonese Charizard. eBay can be very annoying, especially when your PC's a potato.
Why have you got such a slow computer?
Why do people care about Cantonese cards? Sorry.
Different.
It's just different, isn't it? It's just another way. So this is Cantonese, as you can tell by the language. It is Cantonese.
Cantonese is a language.
Whereas I do believe, I mean, I might be wrong here. This was on the last block. Must have not been paid for. This is Japanese.
That's actually Japanese. True.
So they labeled it wrong. Someone didn't pay for it, and then they relisted it wrong again, and someone paid for it. So I mean, it's just gonna come back like Japanese. You can see the language there. Tom, Connor, what are your thoughts on black labels, by the way? And be honest as well.
I'll be honest, right? So BGS, I've always been very good for black labels or your mega mint cards that you're like, damn, if I could get a black label on this, it holds a premium over PSA 10 first edition base. Your black, you're really high label BGS, and that's what BGS is good at, in my opinion. They're really good at going on specific cards that are even further ahead than your normal PSA 10. PSA is your general. Your general go-to grader, and I think it will remain the case. But BGS definitely has relevance. I would never ever say don't submit to BGS. It's just I don't want to be submitting 500 cards a month to BGS because that's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the PSA market is considerably bigger, but I would never say BGS is a waste of time.
Yeah, a PSA 10 is like, this is a perfect card, whereas the BGS Black Label is like, there is no better example of this card to have ever existed.
Yeah, I mean, we've all had cards we've all had PSA 10s that we might think, how's that got a 10? And that's because it is, Gem Mint 10 is not necessarily a perfect card. You can have subgrades. You can have subgrades. I mean, PSA have subgrades which don't show you what they are, right? So they could have like, a 9 on something in their opinion that doesn't make it into, but it could still get a 10 if you know what I'm saying. Whereas Black Label, you got the subgrades there. But regarding the price, I mean, we don't have an example. This is a Cantonese one right here, but I think the price was similar to this. A pristine 10 was like, I think 1,000 or something. I can't remember exactly, but the price is considerably more on a Black Label. Do you think it deserves that price?
I don't think it deserves that price. That price is dumb. That's a card that's just still out.
So BGS, they wanted to move to a single grade system.
Yeah,
like that was what they wanted to do before this whole thing kicked off, because one, it's easier for them to do it, two, it's cheaper, and three, they don't have to explain themselves over every little thing. Like, we get those questions, and rightly so, but if a corner is a 9.5 and everyone's going, well, where the hell is the 0.5? Like, where the hell is it?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go over standard grade of 10, it's a nearly perfect card, and then if you see like a little bit, you're like, okay, well, there's still a 10.
Yeah. The more information you give people, the more questions it does lead to, for sure.
So BGS were definitely wanting to go towards that, but I don't think they have been able to, because the demand for their services on the subgrades, and because they're so powerful. People that you're only submitting cards to BGS you want to see the subgrades on. I'm not submitting a Pikachu from base set on BGS because I don't care what the subgrades are. If you I care about it when we get 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah, and then also I did see some people in my comments recently on my PWCC video as well saying they wish that PSA did do 0.5s, and they do them, by the way. For those who aren't aware, they do 8.5s, 9.5s. We're not often happy to get those grades because we'd like a solid number.
No,
8.5. Sorry, 8.5.
Disgusting grade.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I was with I can't say this because it's not out yet. A certain PSA you return down the way, there's a certain card that gets 0.5.
KSI.
Why not? But I mean,
10.5.
If you have a 9, if you have an 8, sometimes 8.5s are kind of cool to get because it's an extra collectible.
Oh no, that's not true. 8.5s are awful all the time.
we in a certain video we were excited because it's anyway. We'll talk about it later. But I mean, the difference is BGS and PSA is that Gem Mint is a 9.5 in BGS, whereas obviously PSA Gem Mint is a 10, right? That's the main thing I think people speak about when they say do 0.5s and stuff.
Just to put it out there, anything under a 9 BGS, don't even bother looking at it.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like,
sure. And
they're not as strict on those grades, in my opinion.
and I don't want to be honest. I don't want a 9.5 gem mint. I don't gravitate towards that as a collector. I want 10.
Yo, bro,
you know.
Have you seen all my prime 9.5s? Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one wants
So
to do that.
this is the second block, by the way. You know, the ones that go on after.
And less expensive stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah, 10, 6, 6, 7, 5. You got a
The pop for that
319.
card is so weird. Have you seen the pop for that card?
No.
There's loads and loads of 10s and loads of 6s. Everything in between that is a lot lower
Wow.
For the Japanese?
for the English.
Oh, right.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
There seems to be something wrong with the print.
Yeah, we don't know if it's the whole Hidden Fates dink thing again.
Oh, maybe.
But-
Oh, don't. The day I've still got half of my other cards from that like submission. And I'm waiting for when it might be a long wait, but I'm waiting to see what they get so that I can make a decision on the rest of them.
4 years.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot of people in the UK on that print run be shocked because they won't have seen those dints, but we'll see.
You can see the difference between PSA and BGS right there, by the way.
Yeah,
Lovely
yeah. You see
screenshot.
675 for a 10, 319 for a 9.5, and obviously CGC as well, 330. I mean, yeah, I think even the people who are fans of VGS, CGC don't argue the fact that PSA 10 is worth more, just have the higher value to it.
That's actually quite interesting that CGC is valued more than BGS there.
Yeah.
I know it's only slightly more, but maybe CGC is worrying BGS more than it's worrying PSA.
Could be, yeah. I mean, look at this. PSA 9 is very close to a gem mint 9.5, but I would argue, and I don't know too much about it, but there must be there must be psychology of a 9.5 and a 9 for that, right? I mean, we do care about the condition of our cards, but the label is a big factor. You see that with the black label. Like, I mean, it's like people do care about their cards being in perfect condition, but they care about the label saying that it's a perfect condition card rather than it being a certain condition, right?
I think the other issue is the accessibility. Like, I couldn't collect prime black labels because they just wouldn't exist. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I can collect PSA 10s. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that, really. I just want to look at the prices of the stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a great price. That's a great price.
Charizard.
You won't see this in the UK.
Charizard on there?
Well, I don't know why are these so many of these on the second blog? Usually it's people who don't pay for them. Pre-release 987.
Right, those Alolan Friends things, Alola Friends, they are so. Oh my god! Like, I've seen probably 1,000 of those in the past few months. They're so common.
Maybe not that many, but
yeah, they are. They are. Well, listen. I mean, guys out there, literally, those who are looking, I mean, I feel like we put like a bad name on people who scalp, rightly so, and we do also put a bad name on people who flip. But buying and selling is not it's not a bad thing necessarily, and it's a common thing in Pokemon that's happening more. And if you are someone who does that, go and look at a lot of the Japanese cards, which you can pick these up from Japan for so cheap, import them, grade them, and you'll do well. So.
How much is Red's Pikachu going for now? Because I remember the one day we saw
one in this block. I think it was like 340.
Yeah, because remember when we saw like 300 of those in like one submission? The Red's Pikachu?
Increasing the Red's Pikachu. Yeah.
You could buy them in blocks of 500 from Japan. The Red's Pikachu.
Yeah.
Do you remember on eBay?
I want to get to the actual block. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Right, there we
go. Look at this. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you could buy them for $5 a pop.
Yeah, I've seen more of those in a single submission than I've ever seen any other card apart from maybe SM211 in a single submission.
Or Ancient Mew.
Ancient Mew, yeah. Ancient Mew's a good shout. But like, that card is one of the most common cards I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a good card though.
It's so sick. It's so sick. I mean, I'd prefer it as Ash, I wouldn't.
But you can pretend, right? You just pretend it's Ash, mate. wait, Ash. Well, hold on. No. I thought you. Sorry, I was thinking of the Cosmic Eclipse one where it's not even red. It's like Clive or something from Let's Go, right?
I don't think it's Clive, but yeah,
it's close to that. I think it is. Bro, I think it. Do you know, Joe?
It's not meant to be red. I know.
I thought it was meant to be Ash.
I think it's
Clive, the main character of Pokemon. That'd be quite funny.
No, Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. That guy. Yeah, but I mean, this is I don't want Ash, man. I don't want Ash on here. What an awful trainer Ash is, bro. Red's so much cooler. Anyway, let's end that here. Bro.
Ash's Pikachu from the card where he's in the background is getting shot. That is one of the sickest cards.
What card this is as well. This is
interesting.
You
like your Shining Legends, don't you?
We should talk about this on one podcast because I've as someone who came in, who took a big break from like Evolutions until Hidden Phase, I completely missed this set. And I know it was around for a long time, right? And very affordable. And I think people are looking at the price now thinking this is ridiculous. Whereas me coming into it, I came in and I'm like, why are these cards so cheap? It's a shining Mew. And I was just like getting loads of them because it was sick.
Yeah, it's BTEC Neo Destiny, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you guys, I mean, especially you, Joe, you must have seen this around everywhere, right? And the values must have been tiny at the time that came out.
Yeah, I got a set and was happy. I didn't ever feel like it was going to explode like it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought they were super common. So
yeah, I mean, they were. Oh, there we go.
When you see something so many times, it makes you think it's more common than potentially it is because these things do get tucked away over time.
Yeah.
The thing is, shining as well does bring a premium. It's like a gold star, like we just said. Like if it's a shining card, and they've actually put that on the front. Oh, how much are they going for? Bloody hell!
Connor's knee sliding.
Cheap. That's cheap.
If I'm right in thinking, I think this went for more on the original block. It must have not been paid for then. I've actually not seen this new block. What's this going on? Is this?
Why is there so many of them?
Yeah,
I think that is
for exactly the same price.
Yeah, it's odd.
Is that not a dupe?
Oh, near Dark Espion. Is that a first edition?
Sorry, I'm going quick, not on purpose here, but no, mid-9.
Connor's just like, damn, how much am I worth?
Yo, Connor, I'll trade you a full set of Hidden Fates PSA 10 for your Neo Destiny first edition PSA 10 set.
No, I'm taking that into the grave, mate. That's my set.
No, you're not. I'll be at your funeral taking your cards.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get to a point here where you see Josh Zerka, who's bought all these cards on this page. This is still the new block, right? Am I right in thinking? Am I being dumb? Yeah, this is not one I bought some stuff in.
Oh, I've just seen Dark Magneton. How has that gone from pop 1 to pop 3, by the way, guys? Yeah. How has that happened?
It's gone to a pop 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unlimited.
The unlimited
pop 1.
Pop 1.
So I have to make a video.
I sent one off in May. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's go. Yet, this is mind blowing. What? This is what I don't get about PWCC as well. Look at this. A minute between, right? Like there might be some cards here that's got like, a scuff on the back or something that's not true 9, whatever.
That's
but
the
look
hope,
at that.
right? That's the hope, is that they're looking at the card itself.
Yeah.
Not purely the grade.
And look at that. I mean, no matter what, even for me, if it's got a little bit of scuff on it, but they give it a 9, I'm still. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, look at that double swirl. See that? To be fair, that's sick. Can't lie. That's where the £600 came from. For 500.
So these are 20% more expensive when we import these into the UK. So,
yeah.
Like immediately, there's a premium there because you're having to pay the tax on them when they get imported. And PWCC they legit put the values on, I believe, don't they? They didn't used to, but they do now.
I remember when Tom sent me that Facebook group of the day. People are having a go at me for my Charizard 10 price, and it's always the case. I mean, I mark our cards up when we get them in the UK versus America, the same way people mark their boxes up when I go and buy them off them. And we'll speak about that Facebook chat in another one when we don't have Joe here, just to not bring him into it. But,
Joe was on the list. Joe was there.
Joe saw it.
Joe commented.
I did.
Come on. Yeah. But
Joe sees everything.
Well, I think one thing about it as well is it's like, yeah, I mean, most of those people there would do the same thing. And like I say, if I go and buy a box from them, they will mark it up, 1, because it's UK versus US, then 2, because it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll mark their prices up to me as well. But it's another conversation. But I mean, we try and stay as close to the market value as possible with the extra premium for staff, and a bunch in the quality that we provide as a service. But at the same time, I cannot keep up with the prices, man. It changes so quick. Like, you look, you see on PWCC, a minute's gone by and the price has bumped up, certain percentage. So it can be tough. But this is still super interesting to me. Like, I don't see how anyone can go and pay 70 grand, 130 grand for a PSA 10 when the PSA 9 is £4,000. Like this, I can't pay. That's mental to me.
So it used to be 3-4 times X, didn't it? Like
Yeah.
that was the old premium. But now on that basis, that's 18 times more. So you're gonna pay quick maths. So you'd be able to buy 18 9s for the same price as 1 10. Oh well, I'm gonna buy some 9s.
Mate, I've got 2 of these, right? And I remember to you, I said I'm going to get as many 9s. My goal is to just buy 9s and then I'll trade all my 9s for a 10. I thought, I'm not joking, I thought it would be like 3 9s to get, like, it was like 20k or something to get the 10. Like 18 now. Like, no way, I'm not doing that. I'm sticking with my 9, mate. I'm happy.
But do you think that, again, that's because the people getting those 10s are the 1%?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So therefore, the money doesn't matter to them.
And they don't care about a 9, right?
King, whatever his Instagram handle is.
Well, if you were like a multi-millionaire, There's no way you're going out there buying 9s, are there? Oh yeah, look at my 9 collection. Like you're a multi-millionaire. You got a Lamborghini. You're buying 10s.
Yeah. I mean, I go for 9s now. I used to try and collect 10s in my sets, but I happily go for 9s now. It's a good
still
price.
think there's a lot of value in 9s.
There is.
I still think that if you're not
that one first edition, was it?
Look at it. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at that price, by the way.
That's good.
The Blaine's Moltres went for 400 quid.
Yeah, I know. Bought it.
Did you?
No, Zerka bought it.
Oh, okay. Good
And
buy,
this.
by the way.
I was asleep. I woke up in the morning and just sent me like a massive list of cards he bought. This
that
is
could
crazy.
be a title. Zerka hypes Pokemon even more.
Yeah, we'll let him do that.
We've already got a title coming for that one.
Huh?
Nice.
We've already got a title coming for that one.
Have we?
Yeah.
Those Ancient Muse scare me.
Yeah, let's go to those. Let's have a look at those.
They're like 140 each. That's pretty scary.
There's definitely a few of them at PSA, by the way, guys.
Just 1 or 2.
Yeah, so
Loads of people grade them sealed though because they're just a bit shit in card stock. Like they're always 8s or 9s.
for a 9 as well. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're always 8 or 9.
That's kind of wild, right?
You could buy those on eBay 2 years ago for what, £2 each?
yeah.
God, man.
Like, and there were so many. That's not saying that you could buy it one a day. They were like always up.
This was annoying. I remember the amount of like streamers that were hyping up this specific card during like the whole Logan and stuff. To see it now 140. I mean, someone would pack this and be like, "That's a £1,000 card," and it's not graded yet. And now it's a 9 or 149, which is still a lot, by the way, for a common first edition jungle. You know, albeit this is an interesting card.
We still
Black Stars have done very well recently.
But
Yeah, they have.
Black Stars are still very, very common. All the original Black Stars, extremely high print runs, promos.
Well, they printed them so everyone could have one, right?
And
Yeah.
everyone did have one. You know, yeah.
Or hundreds.
At that point in Pokemon, it was so hard. It was so difficult to actually get get cards, right? Because as in like they weren't printing them quick enough. That's why most collectors our age will have like a binder page full of like Japanese Neo cards. When at the time we didn't even know what they were. Like the Pokemon, we didn't even know what the Pokemon were. They weren't even out on the games yet, but we had the cards. And that's because there was no supplier selling the next thing after Jungle, blah blah blah. So people were looking to find whatever they could, and they would get Japanese. And that's the same sort of thing with the promos. You know, people will go and get promos. That's the only thing they could get after the sets that they've opened. I mean, you open like 2 base boxes and you get the whole set, right? It's like, what else are you gonna do? You gotta go further.
Well, it's the set sizes, like Neo Rev 64 cards. Like that's one. It's like it's nothing, is it? Like 64 cards, you can if you open.
Jungle's bloody tiny, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, Jungle as well. Fossil, all
Look at
small
this.
sets.
Oh, what?
What?
I
No,
like that Cubone's getting the recognition he deserves. He is one of the coolest sets of cards of the set art-wise.
That is amazing. Isn't it? That artwork as well.
Imagine if it had a moon in the background.
Just off camera. The moon's just off camera, isn't it? This is incredible as well. Like we look at the values that were going off recently. Like, I mean, you know, 135 for a 9.
It's defo value.
You sometimes
there,
look
guys.
at these and just think, man, if only some of these were posted in the UK instead of in the US, like what prices would be.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a video soon where I get my PWCC cards and I'll let people know in that what I paid for the import. Wasn't pretty. It was a third of the entire purchase price.
What? It shouldn't be that.
Well, I think in my case it was because like I got certain cards. I think they do it on value per card, not value of the entire thing, which shouldn't make a difference, right? In maths, should that make a difference?
No. 20% of A plus B is 20% of A and B.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Plus their import fee.
And I'm going fast here, but I want to get to the actual block. You know what I mean? Not this like this BTEC block.
I think you should do a video. I got scammed by DHL. Like,
well, it's FedEx actually, so let's be transparent. Now,
oh, what was that Venus?
Bro, I mean, I didn't think this block was. I didn't think the second one was this big, man. Here we go. Right. Okay.
Oh, you wanted to get to modern?
No. I wanted to get to the first one so we can go back to see the first block because the second block there is either I believe it's people who didn't pay, right? Cards that didn't get paid for will then go up again. Relisted, yeah.
So by looking at this, you can get Gem Mint 10 modern stuff for the same price as PSA 9 first edition stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the first edition stuff would be way more expensive.
It's the premium's PSA 10. Like we just said, it's 18 times. 18. Like that's a small number.
Look at this.
Oh wow, that's a big sale, isn't it? I sold 4.
This is why I stopped doing my box breaks as well. By the way, because like I as much as I tried to, like I'm not trying to hype up the. I tell people the price of the cards and what you can get in a 10, but it's not because I'm trying to like make people think they're going to get that. It's just because that's the price point, right? That's what we look at. It's the potential of getting that. Whereas like I stopped doing it because I was like, I don't want to any longer, make people buy packs that they're not going to get. They're going to get a 9 on, and it's going to be like a 10th of the price they pay for the actual pack. So in the future, when I open it up, I'm going to be like, literally, guys, like if you buy this, do not buy it for profit. Do not buy it for value. If you're going to do it for the fun of it. And I'm going to drop the prices by far because it's hard to see, right? Like, especially now, like the prices when we were doing the box breaks in peak were actually hitting some high points, but then you got to get them, grade them before even get the grade, and then even now, in the time someone can send it to you guys, it's already dropped on its own, without any like cards coming back from PSA. So
or risen, like is the case.
Oh yeah,
for a lot of
yeah,
the
that is true as well.
Like, I mean, the only thing that's keeping me happy about me waiting for my cards out there is the fact that they've all gone up stonks in value. Like they're all 30 quid originally, and now they're like £300.
Oh yeah,
like,
Joe, just so you know, your May submission has value charges of £50 million.
But that I think that's kind of kept some of the pressure off PSA in some ways. They've been lucky.
I've waited, but I've made a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
I should probably go a bit slow here because I know a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people here are actually really interested in Hidden Fates, obviously.
Who's graded that on a 5-day service, man?
That's insane.
Yeah, and who sent that to PSA? I feel like just list that on eBay. You'll get like a better rate, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean on the 5-day service?
Well, because they must have got that. Oh no, it's quite an old set now, isn't it?
Yeah, Hidden Fates is like 2 years old, mate.
Literally, is it?
How old is it?
2 years.
Oh,
But no,
Came out in 2019.
How
right?
old am I? Right.
Well, 1.5 years. It came out in late 2019.
I mean, these have gone up so much, like since we've all sent ours off. Like, if we have any,
This is artificial supply though, because they haven't come back like in the volume that they are ready to come back. So modern will be affected because Hidden Fates is. I am surprised by the PSA 9 first edition prices, because if you look at the amount of cards that have gone out there that are first edition to the amount of cards that have gone out there that are Hidden Fates, they're 1 to 100. 1 to maybe less than that. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna stop giving advice.
Oh, Cosmic Eclipse full arts.
What, wait, why is this purple? Who bought this one? Oh no! Wait, no, it's gonna show all the purple ones. It's just gonna be the ones I bought, right? That's not good.
Spoilers.
That is a fit card, though.
Look at this. This is a common, isn't it?
A common from Cosmic Eclipse. Yeah.
I've got
44
6
pounds,
of those on my desk.
Scalper.
Ungraded.
Oh my god.
You knob.
Joe, what are you collecting / buying, if anything?
Buying.
Or
Ugh.
has Jake got the fear into you? And
the only thing I've been buying in the last few months, I've bought some Skyridge Hollows for my collection, and I've been buying sealed. I've been pre-ordering sealed boxes. That's the only thing I've been buying. I haven't been buying slabs in months.
no,
I'm trying to be as patient as I can.
What
because
sealed
these
stuff
prices-
have you bought? I'm excited.
Well, it's like battle styles and stuff, just sealed to open.
Did you manage to get some then?
Battle styles, yeah.
Nice.
Pretty sick.
What have you bought, Tom?
I've just pre-ordered loads of Shining Fates, like an insane amount. I've also been buying loads of Japanese as
Let's go. Yeah, come on.
I just kind of want to expand and just.
That's a talking point.
This is what you want to pull, right?
Yeah,
Tag all stars.
my mum got a god pack and got all 3 in one pack. How mental is that?
I was going to say this to you, man. What are you going to do if on the video sponsored by Pokemon, I pull a god pack? Because have you pulled one on camera yet?
Actually, so when Warzone, I never made a video on this, but I had it kind of filmed. When Warzone was at its peak, it's a fun story as well. When Warzone was at its peak, I opened a lot of Tag All Stars and I opened a lot of Shiny Star V. Those 2 high class sets been my favorite sets to open. And I'll just crack boxes off camera just because I really enjoy opening them. It's rewarding because you get good stuff. And quite expensive, but at the time, decently, you could get it at the start quite easily. I'd open a lot. So I was playing Warzone. I died, right? I'm dead. I'm sat there like fuming. My mates are still playing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna open a box of Tag All Stars. Sat there opening it, and my mate's like, oh, you should just might as well film it. I'm like, nah, I just want to open it off camera. And it's no, film it. So I was like, okay, I'll film it. So I turn my camera on, start recording it. I'm not talking or anything. I'm just recording it. No, I didn't film. Wait, no, I did film it. But I wasn't talking. Yeah, and then literally. Because he's saying it might be a god pack, so film it, right? I'm like, no way. So literally, I put the camera on, press record, turn it around, it's just a god pack. Like my first god pack, I got it off camera technically while I'm playing Warzone, and my mate said to record it, and I may never have had that footage. I never used the footage, but
you've got it there to remember.
Yeah. And we did get another god pack. We've had a lot of customers have had god packs as well, like 3 or 4 at this point.
Hopefully I'm one of
they're
those.
guaranteed then. So the full art trainers, full art trainers are like huge at the moment. Like there seems to be a lot of collectors going, that's something that I want to collect, because you can go throughout the sets, which is a cool little bit. You can go out throughout Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon. That's crazy though, right? Am I being like that's 1,500 quid,
which sets them apart from a lot of English equivalents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But so in general, do you think full art trainers are something that's gonna happen? Like, because normally they were like, oh, I got a full art trainer, but now they're being seen as, oh wow, I got Cynthia or whatever, or Nessa, or what other ones are there?
All sorts.
Alistair, but people don't really care more about the female. Thick wick. But no, I mean, Joe, you know this as well. You've been speaking on other shows as well about the waifu, right? Let's give it the respect it deserves and call it the waifu. Japan, the price in Japan is so much higher. People care about it more there, right? Anime, blah blah blah. That's probably the reason why. But you got any input?
Definitely seems a lot bigger in Japan. It's sort of coming over. I personally really enjoy the look of a lot of the full art trainer cards, and I can see people wanting to collect them rather than like certain species, because it can feel more like completing a set if you're going for.
They look cool. The artwork's always amazing as well.
Yeah, and I think you can pick and choose your favorites, right? So
plus those 3, that's red, green, and blue, man. Those are the OGs.
They can send the sort of full art trainers, right? Because you could just pick those up as a 3 and be content. So I think they are expensive, obviously, but I understand a lot of reasons why it would be an appealing card.
Full art trainers.
So you understand? So more so than Pokemon, you would say. I know not maybe those particular.
No. I mean, tons of species of Pokemon. I think, even if they are rare cards, like even like gold cards and stuff like that, I don't see the collector appeal for a lot of them, for a lot of species. Compared to full art trainer cards.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, if you're a collector in English, I think it's not the worst idea. If you are trying to like invest and you are trying to like grow your value of cards, I don't think it's probably not a bad idea to actually collect some of the trainers, because people are going towards Japanese now for whatever reason. For whatever reason they want to. Maybe it's because there's lack of supply in the UK, whatever. Maybe the cheaper, whatever you want to do. It is happening, and I feel like if you want to do that, then it might be a reason to. I watch Braish Gaming. Braish Gaming is like a good friend of mine. He opens a lot of the Japanese stuff. I mean, exclusively Japanese stuff. He's got a website as well, Cardo Collectibles. Go and check that out if you want to get some Japanese product. Really great store, great people. But you watch his video, and if he gets a Pokemon like a full art, he'll be mad. He gets a full art trainer, he'll be happy as his secret rare in his box. Then you watch English streamers or English content creators. They get a trainer card, they're fuming, they want the Pokemon. So it is different, right? There's a different culture.
I've definitely prefer, like, usually in a new set that comes out, I would say almost always in the top 5 of the cards I'd want to have, one of them would be a trainer. I would say almost always.
Yeah, and it's not always the waifu effect. I mean, Leon. I think Leon's an awesome card in Vivid Voltage. Exactly. So Leon good.
The top card I wanted from the set.
Yeah. Did you get it?
No. Need to buy
I think the thing that makes them so sick is like you might not go through the game and want to get a Sandygast or whatever, whereas you will interact with every single trainer that is important enough to get a card. They'll either be gym leaders, Elite Four members, they'll be like your trainer, they'll be Professor Oak. It'll always be someone that you have a direct interaction with, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
they definitely need a gym set. Like that's definitely something they should do, isn't it? Like it seems so obvious as well. And
well, they kind of did that thing where they made like the gym collection boxes, didn't they?
Boxes,
so where you could get your pins,
gym badge,
and stuff.
Or pin,
They just hinted it and never did it.
Yeah, they were like, here's a
unfortunately, they picked the Pokemon of the trainers rather than just doing the trainers.
Yeah.
Whereas the character rare cards,
I mean, who likes Eldegoss and Centiskorch and those sorts of things, right? And like Dreadnought compared to like
Morpeko. Yeah. You like Morpeko?
Look at this.
Yeah, that's a promo.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's the one we graded.
That's the stupid expensive one. Yeah. Yeah. We had one of those go through the service.
We did indeed.
We did.
I mean, you might be surprised actually, being one of the largest graded services. We have a lot of cards come back.
No, but those cards are super rare.
It's mad that
those cards are super rare.
It's Clive.
Yeah, no, they are. Clive and Pikachu.
So that's not Ash then, and that's not
Ash. No.
Did you not hear him? He just said it's Clive. It's Clive.
It's not red though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Clive.
I don't think it'd be someone called Clive.
No, don't take that for fact. I know it's not that, but
Yo,
it's something.
Big Clive over
Everyone,
here. The
that is
engineer.
Clive. Randolph said it.
Big
I
Joey.
don't want to tab it out because it's on my screen, but I want to like Pokemon. Let's go.
Trainer
Check on
name.
this.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
trainer.
whatever you call it, right?
Yeah, but like, well, not everyone called it Red though. Chase.
Mark
That's
is
it. Chase.
Chase.
His name's Chase. There we
That's
go.
better, though.
And his
It's gonna
rival
tank.
status.
It's not a Red's Pikachu. It's Chase Pikachu.
Chase
instead.
Pikachu. Yeah. Yeah.
What happens when these PWCC auctions are like 2,000? How many cards is this? What happens when they triple in size? What happens then? That's my question.
You need
How-
jumbo holders.
No. But what happens? Like, because
So
it is
bad,
going to
though.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, PWC
Yeah.
Like, what's going to be the effect? Because no one's going to be
Okay.
able to track that many. And I know Zerka could probably buy them all, but he's not going to.
Sad memory.
So,
Should-
like, what's going to
It
happen?
drives the prices down, right? It's just like the same thing. If you see 10 of the same card on eBay,
Yeah.
you feel less pressure to get it, and you feel like you can try and haggle down a price much more because they're competing against none of the people on the same day or whatever.
Oh,
so it
I
should drive down
love
prices.
these new Pikachu
Do you
promos.
think PWCC auctions, because of how their format
So
works,
nice.
is auctions, this could be the place where maybe panic does happen? Because we see, let's say, 10 of the same card go up and they all hit like 50% less than expected.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be like, oh, crap. And then flood it with that same card. If I was putting my Jake hat on, that's where I would go. PWCC is where it could happen because it's got the influence, it's got the it's got the a quantity of cards, and it's the biggest market in the US.
Burning Shadows Hyper Air Charizards. They do not grade well, do they?
No.
The psychology around an auction as well is quite interesting to see. And I
Yeah.
think that might make it a bit more robust compared to just seeing like a ton of like buy it now listings of a card not selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like that gets sold that night, so the psychology is actually quite different
Yeah.
for it. And it's one of the reasons I think, which is why there still has been premiums over the last few months.
Yeah. Well, you get
over
casino
PWCC
mentality, right, as
auctions.
well. As soon as
Like-
you see more people bidding, you will bid just because you want to be part of it.
There's literally been auctions selling for higher than the card that's like currently buy it now on eBay. Now, sometimes it could be a better quality individual card within the case, but same
Yep.
grade kind of thing. So yeah, it plays into that psychology part.
There's been time before where I'll bid on a card on PWCC, I'll lose it, I'll type it in straight away and go and buy it for cheaper than I lost it for. yeah. So you see both, don't you? You see both. You see cards go for higher than they should do on PWCC, but you also see some cards go for criminally low value. It's a bit of both. You see, I think.
I
really.
mean, that's part of the fear of shield bidding, right? If something sells higher than you'd expect, a ton of people who actually wanted that card see that they can get it cheaper. They all swoop in and buy the ones that are buy it nows.
Yeah.
And then guess what? The one that sold for higher actually gets reposted the next
There's
month.
a lot of
So that's a
XY era
worry.
full arts there.
That's why your
People
full look
have
great. Big card here.
But the good thing about PWCC is they do manage shield bidding. Like at the end of the
That one
day,
was
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
there's never going to be a perfect system. Like you're
Of course.
always going to find someone who's going to be able to bend the rules and be able to shield bid a card. However, PWCC they do action, so I would say overall that's genuinely pretty good.
That
Yeah,
one's
so-
purple. Did you buy that?
Well,
I didn't know. I looked at it though. I
Oh, I was
buy
going
it.
to say, what the
The
hell?
last one we saw was 4K though, right? Or 3.5.
Yeah, that was this. I'm not sure if it was the same cert, if it was a relist, but there was definitely 3 of them. I'm not sure what that deal was, but yeah, it was lower on the rerun or the second listing. This is a card where I saw it for so long at like 2,000, and I was like, oh, I really want that card, but I don't want to pay that. And then now I'm like, well, yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I bought it
When
for
there's only one
300.
posted, there's so much more urgency.
Yeah.
To get that exact copy right than
Yeah.
if there's 3.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's very, very true. Yeah, this one went. I remember it went for like dollars here. It's like $7,000, and the next block it dropped massively, and then now it's back up. So like, I mean, I think that one block last month, I think, was one of the probably one of the best opportunities to get certain cards on PWCC at a lower rate, because it kind of like went down, everyone's panicking, and this one kind of like crept up again. It's weird, man. It's Pokemon. I think
It's
Pokemon
showing
is all
more
about.
resistance. It's showing a ton of resistance for most of these. If there is a small
Yeah.
drop, it
It is.
indicates for people that
Oh.
are like, okay, now's the time.
Hello.
It's a little bit cheaper than it was before. So people are.
Yeah,
It shows
exactly.
that is still a willingness to get the card.
Yeah.
Joe, I totally agree. The resistance is massive. Like every single time prices come down a little bit, there's just like there's people who are jumping on it immediately.
It's insane.
Which
yeah.
it is. Like the market is very robust at the moment. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, there's more people seeing an opportunity than they are fearful that it will continue to drop. And if that keeps happening, it will keep being bounce.
Well, again, I think like the values were dropping a bit, but the activity was like up, like I don't know what as an estimation, like 5-10 times. So it's like, yeah, people are ready. You know, people are with cash ready. So it's like if something does drop, they're going to swoop. So it's going to be, honestly, it's going to be an incredibly interesting year, especially when you lot start bringing the returns back from PSA, because when these cards do flood the market, we would assume that the price would drop significantly, but we all assumed that the price was going to drop for COVID, and it did the opposite tenfold, right? So who really knows? It's going to be really, really interesting. And
I think the point that we made before, I think prices will drop a little bit, like that's
have to,
guaranteed.
right?
But
Yeah.
I think you're right about the buyers' activity. That will just continue. So therefore, I think we will get that robust market that's just bigger. And
Yeah.
I don't think we're just going to have an oversupply. It's not going to be like what were those little beanie things, or what were they called?
Beanie Babies.
Yeah, or like, you know, when they just made too many of them and then it just
Or Funko Pops.
Yeah, like stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to have the same effect. Plus, these things.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
People want them.
Went too far. Went too far. Sorry, guys. Let me just spoil the rest of the content to go back one page. Close your eyes.
To start grading TY Beanie Babies.
Yeah, and take all the stuff away from Pokemon cards, put them on Beanie Babies. It's a smart idea to do. Okay, so here we go. So what have we got here?
Oh.
Right, I keep losing these. I keep bidding on them all. Keep losing them all.
What do you mean? You texted me the other day saying you bought both.
Well,
yeah, didn't you say you was doing the packs for 10 grand a piece starting bid?
Shut up, bro.
Guys, why is that so cheap? So if you go up a little, sorry. Right, you can see that Lugia first edition PSA 10. We very recently had a
Wait, sorry.
Slow it down.
Here,
yeah,
right?
the pack. Yeah, that went for 1,200 quid. We know packs
Is that one we graded?
are easy to grade. I'll tell you that right now. As long as they're pack fresh, they're most likely going to be a 10. Is that fair? That's
Box
fair.
fresh.
Yeah, box fresh. They'll probably be a 10.
Yeah.
Because packs at the end of the day, they're brand new. So, in theory, you get that Neo Genesis box, you get all those packs out, you've got 36, you grade them.
Only a third of them are Lugia, though.
Grade 24 of them, and you weigh it out.
Yeah. Yeah, don't grade the heavy.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there is the boxes for me still
That's
have room to
versatile.
grow.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they do. I mean, like,
booster packs are being graded in much nicer cases. So I actually think
True.
the appeal of booster packs now are going to completely change for the graded side, because the new cases look stunning. I would never have gone near graded packs before.
yeah.
And now it's finally
The new
showcasing the
booster
artwork
pack
in
slab
fantastic
looks like
ways.
a art frame.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how, like, it looks like something you could stick on your wall.
I was surprised because I was thinking about what to do with my Pokerun money, and it's obviously going back into Pokemon.
Or a small spaceship.
So no, but I was thinking, hell, why didn't I do something crazy? And I was looking, because I don't have Gym Challenge. It's one of the WotC sets that I really like. I don't have, and I've got Heroes. And I was like, couldn't I get a booster box? And I was surprised that it was 17, because I would have thought, you know, YouTubers or Twitch streamers very easily could have made easy profit on that, and therefore it made sense for them to just buy it immediately because they've got the money anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't really understand, and also these things were cracked out last year so much.
I cannot
many of them
believe
are opened?
how many first edition Team Rocket boxes have been opened in the past 6 months. Honestly, I feel like I get a message every single day on Twitter like, bro, do you want to be a part of my first edition Team Rocket box? And I'm like, where are these coming from? There's so many of them. But this is a box that I've always wanted. I've been struggling for a while with what to do with one of these, because I've always said to you guys, if I was going to ever own a booster box sealed, I'm not very good at keeping sealed stuff, it would be Neo Genesis. I've got a base one now because it just looked so good when I had it in hand, but I never would have thought it otherwise. But this box, I feel like if I got this and did it for a box break, I would just like die, because it's just my favorite set of all time.
It's such a weird box art, though, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's like Meganium,
Why is
Heracross, and
Heracross
Pichu. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
But
if you give it to me, I'll look after it, mate. That might
well,
be
should we saw it in half, and we keep half each? But
Oh, we could go 50-50 in.
let's talk about this, because I know, but in the WhatsApp before we started this podcast, we were discussing some prices, and I know we were disagreeing quite significantly on certain cards. What are your opinions, everyone, on not necessarily the starters, but we'll get into like more of the other cards later down the line. But yeah, what's your opinion of these common cards being get fetching this value right here.
Take the floor, Tom. Go on.
Dumb in it.
Okay, Joe.
Just Tom.
So the only thing that I think is slightly interesting about tens and commons and stuff is that it wasn't intuitive for people. Like, enough people destroyed hollows, so surely a lot of people who had previously opened these things didn't keep them in the same condition. Like, even if I was opening these things in like 09 or something, I was sleeving the hollows and like rares, but I wasn't necessarily sleeving all the commons. So in theory, the pop report may only increase slowly in tens because it's only the new pack fresh cards that could potentially get tens, or like a small percentage of those previously opened ones. So it's actually a strange sort of calculation to think about how many new ones will enter the pop report. It really depends on how many people way back when decided to sleeve every single common and uncommon.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like I did for some, I think from like 2014 onwards, I was sleeving retro common uncommons. Yeah. But like earlier than that, I wasn't. So there's like a huge amount that gets wiped out for commons and uncommons because no one really.
Very true.
They would just put them in a cardboard box, which basically insta-nines a lot of them. Right?
Yeah, I mean, my point exactly. So yeah, I mean, back in the day, I would sleeve every single card that went into my binder. So my binder commons will be, well, not tens, but they'll be as perfect as they could have been out of the pack. But when the comments started going crazy, I messaged my mum and I was like, "Can you send me my box of cards at home?" And this is not to flex, by the way, at all. But I've got all these base, common cards, blah blah blah. But like you'll see on the back of them, none of them are like, they're all just, like you say, they were thrown into a cardboard box and just put there. So and this is going to be an effect of
you'd pre-grade that
the calculation. Though, right? Yeah. I mean, these are my pre-grade. These are all tens. But Tom's going to tell me the sixes. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're right. Then I've got a lot of the first edition commons as well, and I just assumed like I'm not going to send them because I know that everyone's going to start sending them now. And we're going to start seeing like thousands of tens. But as you say, it's not guaranteed that they're going to.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Guys, there's not that much first edition going out at all. So when the submission videos go out, you're going to see like it's mostly modern. Like the vast majority of the stuff that's going out. Like we had a few first edition fossil sets. Like
who?
But
who would? No.
But like honestly,
it was huger.
There was not absolutely tons of the stuff. It's not readily available. So it'll be interesting to see. It's a difficult one. Who's collecting them as well? You know what I mean? Like, I get it with Cyndaquil, but what
starters? Yes, right. It's a pretty bad example,
but
the
other, yeah.
Like, if you show me a Natu PSA 10 that's gone for over 100 quid, I might just like top.
That'd be the Leonhardt effect. Man. That's the Leonhardt effect, man.
It's so dumb. Like those kind of cards, it's just like, what is the point? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's the same with modern stuff though. Like modern commons being graded sold for like 40 quid.
Yeah, that's what's the most hard to understand for me. Like
there's a big look.
You have to have the patience, right, for modern commons. Just grade it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. So let's talk about this. I mean, it's annoying that it's in pounds. I mean, obviously,
did you?
I did not buy it. I clicked it. And I told you I can't buy his card anymore. Like it's not. It was one of my goals. It was literally my holy grail. Like if you'd asked me what, I'd probably at the time I would have sold my entire collection for this card. But
now you'd have to.
But yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, for sure. But well, it is a great card though, right? Like visually,
one of the top cards. It's Lugia for one. For two, it was in the Neo Genesis box, and for free, it's quite hard to grade. I mean, there's obviously harder cards to grade in Neo Genesis. Neo Genesis is just a bloody annoying set
for grading.
But you know, to even have just getting a 10 out of that is stunning. So I can see that being a strong card moving forward easily.
But it dropped. The last sale in the last block was $129,000, I believe, and I'm not sure what
76. I think
$76, right? Yeah, there you go. Bang on.
That guy. What's quick maths?
What, 50k off?
50k, isn't it? It's 50k. You just lost.
What's the math? You just give me the answer. So yeah, I mean, this also has special bidding rules which may have played a part. You can't just bid on this on eBay. You have to, get in touch with them and give them your offers. But I mean, I know last time that apparently there's, according to a bunch of people, there was 3 bidders on that 129k one. 3 bidders that were fighting it out. So where are they now? Like, why are they not going? What happened with this one?
Well, yeah, but only one of those returned. So one won, and only one of them returned, thinking, "Oh, that's worthwhile for me to get." He's got no competition.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true.
It is a lot of behavioural stuff on auctions.
There's less people with more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the 1% thing again. Isn't it? There's less people with more money, but those people have more money than the 99% combined.
Like, as you said, if there's only one person going for it, he's not going.
Yeah.
Who else is going against it?
Who's got 55 grand to just drop on that? I mean,
I can't believe
that?
you bought it.
Definitely.
Connor, I don't know, man. You're stop being so.
I am like so much.
He's just getting so angry with Randolph because obviously your collection's going to be so much better than his within like a few weeks.
There's going to be no reason for me to be on this podcast. To be fair, once Randolph's stuff comes back, he'll just be like, "Well, actually, I'm the seasoned collector now." You know what I mean?
Next question, right? So if this Lugia is getting 155,000, the last sale, blah blah blah. What is this? What is this? Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying it's $100,000 card, man.
You reckon?
In a 10, yeah.
Is it pop 9 or it's pop 9, right?
Pop 9 now. It's about to be pop 10 when I get mine back. No, I'm kidding.
We already know yours is 7, mate.
But it was a 9.
He's at least got a 9. He's at least got a 9. He's at least got a 9. Can you not do that?
Well, yeah. So I regraded one of my 9s. I got my 9 back, by the way, and I was like, nah. I gave it back to these guys. I like sent it back. So we're trying to figure it out. But yeah, let's hope it doesn't come back a 7.
I genuinely think a 10 is a $100,000 card because it's Typhlo. It's the second fire starter, right?
Yeah, but let's Lugia is more popular than Typhlosion, right? Like as a Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue. Obviously, everyone's got an opinion, but I'd say.
But I always think starters do hold that premium. Even the new starters hold a premium.
Yeah, like, and I mean, people talk about the Lugia as like pop 42 now, which is rare. Yeah. I mean, this is 9, right? For a
that's nearly as rare as the primes.
So that means there can only be 9 of those sets collected in the world.
Yeah.
So if there's 10 people going after it, and that's probably an understatement, you're gonna have a bidding war for that particular card. Like that card, I would agree. I would say it's probably worth more than Lugia just due to scarcity. So when that does come onto the market, it'll be worth more. The 9's going to be worth less than the Lugia, but that's because they're quite readily available. Because PSA love giving it a 9. Love it.
they do. And also,
oh
man,
sorry, Joe.
So that's why it's expensive, right?
Exactly.
So you got Lugia to the Typhlosion, but then a lot of people don't realize is this fella here as well is in the same boat as Typhlosion. Oops.
The Slowking. The amount of times, like pre-grading that card is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like every time we pre-grade that Slowking, we're like, "What is this?" to each other. We have to like cross-check so many times with these cards.
It can be so clean.
Yeah,
it can be so clean on the back, and you just need a micro scratch. And at the end of the day, we're not PSA, so we can't spend 2 hours looking at it. So
most of the time I spend wearing these. I don't know why anyone trusts my pre-grade.
But I've got to say that's a cheap card at the moment. PSA 9.
We're speaking about the Lugia, by the way. Can I see one behind Joe's head?
Yeah, he's got.
I got the Lugias up. Mine's a 9. Chill.
Come on.
It's a 9. I've got a Japanese 10 there. I got the Pidgeots, the Groudons, and the Lugias out for you guys.
Nice. That's sick, yo. That is sick. I'm going full screen for this. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
that's
amazing.
amazing.
In the middle. I appreciate that.
Why don't you guys do that with your cards, man? We got to start doing that now. Every episode we got to start changing the backdrop. We won't do that. We won't. But like that's sick, Joe. That's amazing.
That's long.
I only have one graded Groudon card.
That's fine. That's more than most people.
How many Pidgeots do you have?
I have a few Pidgeots, yeah.
Nice.
You got one in that returns, the jungle Pidgeot, didn't you?
Yeah, we've still got our jungle Pidgeot here somewhere, Randolph. We have got to grade it at some point. Whenever we can grade our own cards.
Wow, you graded Logan Paul's cards. We didn't grade Randolph's jungle card.
We have never seen those Logan Paul cards in person. Ever.
Yeah.
One thing I find interesting about the Lugia is like I was trying to find an equally iconic card with an actual similar pop report. So like around that 40 or so mark. The closest thing I could find, I think, was Red's Gyarados. Sorry, Shining Gyarados. The red one.
Yeah.
From Neo Rev is like a 60-odd pop. And
wow,
I would like to argue
that card's so cheap.
I would argue it's equally iconic to Lugia. When you think about the games.
The Red Gyarados, yeah.
It's the most iconic shiny Pokemon of all time.
So so it's a big disparity between those cards. So it makes.
I'd say it should be worth at least 50k.
I personally don't think that. I think the Shining Gyarados. I think it's maybe in 2-3 years' time.
It's at least 50 grand card. That.
Oh no! No, I'm just saying that like it's really strange that there are such big like magnifying glasses on like one card in the hobby at a different time, and then it only takes a bit of notice of a certain card for that to radically change.
Yeah, look away. Just look away. Find what you like. You know, there's gems out there and underrated cards, etc. And not in the sense of making money, just so that you can get it before it starts becoming like a house, a mortgage of a house, a deposit of a house. But
we're just trying to figure out what's going on right now. Things are
no one knows
we
really.
don't know how to price things anymore because there's been such a different radical change in the last few months.
You used to go, oh, this is in relative to that card, and this kind of went to that, and the pop was on that. I remember doing this with trades and stuff. Yeah. And now it does not matter. Like all that matters was the last price on eBay.
Now it's like, market sentiment.
That's why Shill's crazy. Yeah.
Your own sentiment. It's strange.
And also, this is not Bitcoin, right? It's like there aren't like thousands of trades happening per second. You know, there's one sale on PWCC per month that we can look at on most of these cards. So no one knows, and anyone who just say they know, i.e. Collectibles Guru, is just wrong. Like no one knows. And you got different opinions as well. Like I mean, I'm very much of the opinion personally. This is not what I want anyone else to think. It's literally my own thoughts. Is that I kind of like judge every card on how much I like it, right? So if I think, if I on the commons as well, an argument on the commons, if I see like a 9 or a 10 common and it's like maybe twice the value of other cards that I could get, if I see it there, I'm like, I'll buy that because I like it, I want the card, and I want to put it on my wall. And it only takes people with more revenue or more money in their back pocket to do the same thing with a Lugia and to do the same with with the Gyarados, right? Someone could just swoop in and buy it because they like it, and it just throws all of our market research out the window because they just like the card and don't care about the value anyway, which is maybe what happened with the $129,000 Lugia, just on a massive scale. I will say though, the Reds Gyarados card, the artwork as well is way better than this Lugia. Like this Lugia is like a bit basic artwork.
Gyarados now.
Oh, that was my mistake. It was Shining Gyarados.
There are many cards out there that have.
Yeah, to be fair, if you want to go for a card that isn't that, go for the Shining Magikarp.
Yes, now that is a great card.
I'm so sorry, Connor. But that was the only comparison I could find.
No, we're honest here, aren't we, Connor? We got to put all our cards. This is mental. I saw this right. This is insane, right? Look at this.
Yeah,
what's that in the top 10? Is that
try
it must be a low
grade
pop,
it,
right?
mate. Try grade that card.
What's the pop on this?
I can check.
Bloody low.
Give me one sec. I've got spreadsheets.
It's so low.
Thank you. I don't want to go across in case I type in something that I shouldn't type in.
P-O. Where we go with this?
Pokémon.
Oh, Pop Report, yeah.
Oh, Pop Report. I lost this bid by like $5.
Oh man, you suck.
I hated it. I was so mad. But you guys know as well, Connor. I've for years been
yeah, it's a top 30. It's exactly 30. What I said. Top 30 in a 10.
Yeah, that's low, isn't it?
Well, I should have put $5 more on it. Anyway,
it doesn't work like that though, because you do that, then the next person puts 50, and then eventually that's $3,000. So
yeah,
I have a PSA 10 Blossom that has the label of an Azumarill.
Oh, that's mental. That's mental.
That wasn't us.
We didn't do that, did we?
No, that was
okay.
That was not with you guys.
I got this.
Are you grading with someone else? What the hell, man?
To be fair, we
did
mess up the Squirtle deck for you, didn't we? Which was a bit annoying.
It's one of those.
Yeah, but
what do we put it as?
Just the CD promo.
Oh, is it the Blastoise?
It wasn't me. I don't input any cards.
I hate that Blastoise art. Sorry, can we just talk about that Blastoise art?
I
The CD
love
promo.
it. Stop lava cannon.
What does Blastoise shoot out of its cannons?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll find it.
What does Blastoise shoot out of its cannons?
Oh, what a card.
Yeah, not lava. Why is it lava in that bloody photo? Why is it red?
Right, sorry, I had a comment earlier. I forgot what it was, and now I've got it to make. Right, what? You know how we're seeing all these 9s and the 10s, and the prices and all that, and we're saying it's market sentiment now, and you can't match up the pops.
I'd buy that Jim
how much of this is speculation? So how much of this is going? The Lugia PSA 9 is going for $4,000, and the 10 went for 66. So actually, I think it should still now be 129,000. So I'm going to buy the 9 at this much because then the 9 will go up as the 10 goes up. How much of it is pure profit speculation?
Oh, so much.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of it. I think.
Yeah.
But I also think
the game to make more.
I think it could equally be FOMO purchases. You see a 10 go for an extreme price, and you think, I know I can't ever afford that 10 if it even stays. Even if it does go down 50k, I still can't buy that 10, but I can. The 9 is in reach, so I may as well bank that now. So I think for lower grades, it's more likely FOMO, because I think the highest value cards are just swimming in a pool of different buyers, essentially, to most normal collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that Shining Gyarados PSA 9 now. Thanks, guys.